So in this video, I am going to install Windows 11 in an external SSD drive. So I'm going to download Windows 11 from the Microsoft website. I'm going to download the ISO image. I'm going to select Windows 11 ISO. I'll click download. So here it says select a product language. I'm going to choose English. Click confirm. Click on download. And it's downloading. So to create that bootable USB SSD drive, I'm going to be using Rufus. This is the Rufus website. I'm going to download the exe file. So I have Rufus on the desktop and also the ISO file. So I'm going to open Rufus. So under Show Advanced Drive Properties, I'm going to click on the drop-down tab. I'm going to select List USB hard drives. So this is the USB SSD drive. I'm going to click Select. I select the Windows 11 ISO file. Click Open. So on that image option, there's a drop-down tab here. I'm going to select Windows to go. On the partition scheme, I'm going to leave it as GPT. Target system, I'll leave it as default. I'll click Start. So it says, please select the version of Windows you want to install. I'm going to choose Windows 11 Pro. Click OK. So there are some check boxes here. So the first option, prevent Windows to go from accessing internal disk. I'll leave that check. Remove requirement for an online Microsoft account. I'll leave that check. Create a local user account with username. So I'm going to select that. And I'm going to change that to John. So what this does is going to create an administrator username. So I'm going to leave everything as is. Click OK. I'm going to click OK. So it's going to format the USB SSD drive. It's going to delete everything in it. Okay, it's completed. I'm going to close this. So the bootable USB SSD drive was completed. So now I'm going to take this bootable USB SSD drive. I'm going to place it in the laptop and boot up the laptop with the bootable SSD drive. I'm going to hit F12 on the keyboard. So this is a laptop BIOS. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the boot order where it boots from the external USB drive first. So I'll click on Startup. Click on boot, and here's where I can edit the boot order. So this is the external USB drive. I'm going to drag this as the first to boot from. So I'm going to select security, and you might have to do this in your computer. You might have to turn off secure boot. So it's off here. And now you want to click on save and exit. So this is the boot menu, and this is the USB SSD drive. I'm going to double click on it. And it's booting up from the external SSD drive. So the laptop that I'm using is a Lenovo laptop. Okay, so it booted up. I'm going to choose a keyboard layout. I'll click yes here. I'll skip. So the laptop that I'm using is connected to the internet by Ethernet cable. So it's logging on as John. So as you can see, Windows 11 is running from the USB SSD drive. So I'm connected to the internet by hard wire cable. So I'm going to change the time here. I'm going to select Eastern Time. So I have to check on the drivers. So I want to open up Device Manager. I'll click on Device Manager, and it still needs to install the drivers, and this will be the drivers of the laptop. So I'm connected to the internet, so all these drivers are going to be loaded automatically. I'll click on Users, and the user was created. John was created with Rufus. So the drivers are installing. So I'm going to download and install Google Chrome. And it's complete. So all the drivers were installed, and it pulled all the drivers from the internet. So the USB SSD drive that I use, it connected to the laptop via USB-C. So I'm going to click on File Explorer. I'll click on this PC. So this is the USB external drive. So the size of this external USB drive I'm using is 1 terabyte, and it's connected to the laptop via USB-C. So the laptop that I used has USB-C ports. So I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank you for subscribing.